About
We're
7
going to get into
now.
receivers. My receiver coach couldn't be here, but he drew. I'll blame him for these drawings. They're not the best in the world. He drew it up. I'm just gonna. He had a graduate class, so he couldn't be here tonight. But I'm gonna go through through some stuff for him. And if you have questions, we'll help you out. First, I need some receivers out here. You guys. They start off every practice. Like I said, I usually don't work with them, but I watch everything that's going on. Offensively, I don't really coach a position, so I wander around and check everything out. They start every day in a straight line, doing what they call their starts, stepping out of the bucket. Right? You guys remember, Coach Debo saying step out of the bucket. Now, you'll see on the little drawing here, this professional drawing here, the guy, we want the inside foot up, all right? And the reason our receiver coaches tell them to have the inside foot up, so the quarterback's in here by the camera, all right, is because their feeling is outside release. You can outside release with a here. You can outside release with a here. But when you got to get an inside release, any quick slant, any move to the inside, it's a lot easier to go here than it is to lift this foot up and get there. It's just not a natural step. So they like to have the inside foot up for any inside releases. The outside release is easy, either foot. All right? Inside foot up here, a little bend in the front knee. The back leg should be almost straight. All right? Almost straight. You want a little weight forward, not all your weight, a little bit more forward than back. Because what we want to do is we always want to step. If we're driving out, we want to step with this foot. All right? And he tells them to step out of the bucket. As if they had a bucket underneath their foot. They want to drive up and out. Up and out. We don't want false steps here and then here. All right? We don't want here and then here again. You should be watching them, and they should be lined up in a straight line right now. Step out of the bucket. We're just going to say, stay hit. The other thing we want is our hands up here, because they got to get off the line. Someone's press covering them. They got to be able to use their hands. Their hands should be up high. Step, hit, come out of the bucket. Every day. And don't overemphasize them stepping out of that bucket. All right? And if you overemphasize it in the game, it's going to be natural. So he really gets them to step up and out and drive that foot forward. Up and out. See how they drive the foot up and out. All right? We don't, as I said, we don't want the false steps. I didn't talk about that with linebackers, but it's the same way. If we're stepping forward, we don't want to ever step back and then forward, no matter what position. Running back. If you're going in off tackle hole, we want to be here. We don't want to be here. All right? And simple with any drill. If I know we're doing receivers right now, but if you're having problems with it, with your linebackers, your running backs, or anybody else, put a bag behind it. All right, so they get used to stepping right out, and then they can't false step. If someone has a hard time with that false step, do that. You can do the same thing with the receivers. Just put it back here so they got to step up and out. All right. One more time. Do it again. Hands up. Just hit. Don't overemphasize that.
We need some of that.
All right, the next drill he has here is the dig and out drill. He's going to set up cones. I'll set up 3 cones here. Grass is kind of high, so I'll use the real cones. And you can adjust this to whatever depth, for your level. So we'll put a cone here. We'll do this for about 8 yards for us. 8 to 10 yards. If you got smaller kids, you want to cut it down to 6, whatever. Fine. But what we're going to emphasize here is cuts. Alright, so they're going to start on that cone. They're going to use that step we talked about. They want to work at stepping out of the bucket. They're going to drive up the field. It's going to be for any kind of in-cut route. Now the important thing is to always plant off that outside foot. I talked about it in the linebacker drills. Same thing. They play on the inside foot. That's when they're gonna eat it. They're gonna be on the ground. They gotta step on the outside foot across. Well, I like to tell the younger kids, if you come to the younger kids camp, tell them to step on a bug. They want to step on that bug. They want to get the cleats in the ground, flip their hips, and they want to get down the line. It should be flat. It shouldn't be rounded. Right? We don't want to round our cuts. We want to hit them. So then you're going to be here with the ball. And we're just going to be delivering them a ball as they cut.
Let's let that quarterback throw. Yeah, guard's throwing the ball.
If you have the quarterbacks with you, they can throw. If the coach is throwing, he'll throw. Come inside a little tighter. Hit him as soon as you hit that cut.
Actually, that's how it should be.
Wow.
If that's how it should be.
But receivers got to start. They got to whip their heads around, right? As it comes around, we want them catching the ball as they're coming out of their cut. Kind of like that. So hit.
Don't take that legit seriously.
Drive upfield. Right? Everybody see what he did? Yep. He was here. He cut the cone off first of all. Then he drifted this way. We don't want to drift away because that's when the D-back's going to come in and pick the ball up and knock it down. We want to play it and get down the line. All right? Cut it off. No, get up the field. Get up the field. Drive to your cut. Don't cut it off. Drive upfield. Yeah, that's good. Plant, get east-west. We want to deliver that ball out in front of him. We don't want to get on his back shoulder, we want to get on his front shoulder. Break that off. Get up the field. He's going to throw it on you. Get up the damn field. There it is. Come on, Francis. Get up the field. Now, we're all putting their outside foot up because last year we had our outside foot up. But we're going to switch that this year. The coach likes inside foot up. That's all right. They're just used to outside foot up. We change things based on what we hear at clinic too. Whatever you're comfortable with that right now, we're going to change it. Go ahead. There you go. Flat though. Once again, he's drifting here. We don't want to drift away from the quarterback. We always want to be flat and move him back to him. Alright? Just off. Now move it up a half yard for you since you cut it off. There you go, good. Got it. That's that. That's an easy enough drill. Now, Coach, we haven't done this one before, but he saw a variation of this at a clinic, and they're going to just karaoke facing out. It's just a footwork drill and a catch and drill together. They're going to karaoke, so they get to this cone, boom, and then he's going to deliver them the ball. All right? Why don't you try it? We haven't done this before. This is new, so we'll see how it works. There you go. Just a footwork drill. And they have to whip their head around and catch the ball. All right? That's something he just picked up. We haven't used it. But.
There you go.
Don't drift. Get flat.
Don't know lobster claws.
We're gonna have fun with him.
Where's John?
Ankle hurt?
There you go.
Did he hurt already?
Right? It's a little tough. They haven't done it, but they got to get the same thing. We want to plant off the outside foot on this and whip their head around. It's tough. We have never done it, but we're going to do it this year. All right. The next cone drill is just the same thing. I won't rep. He just has an extra cone in here, and as you see, it'll be plant down, and then deliver the ball. It's the same exact thing, except there's 2 cuts in there instead of 1. Just get you an extra work on cutting. So it's cut, and then deliver the ball after that cut. All right, I'll save them a little bit. We're going to do the next one he wanted to go over. You'll see on here is a distraction drill. All right?
Yeah.
That's the one. We're going to have 3 lines here. We're going to have 2 guys. We're going to have a defender. Leave that cone there.
Put it back here.
Come here. Francis, you're on here. Got it? And then I need one more cone. opposite directions. What this is, it just gives them a little distraction. You can spread the codes out a little further if we need to. France is going to come through, and he's going to wave his arm. Alright? We don't want him knocking the ball down, we just want him to get in the way of the ball. Mike's going to be coming across, he's got to concentrate on catching the ball with a little interference, that's all. Alright? So we have these about 5 yards apart. Alright? Go ahead. You're just going to square out here. You don't have to be full speed here. We're just going to come across here, and he's going to deliver the ball in between France. Alright? You don't want to knock the ball down, you're just going to give him a little wave. Alright? Just works on concentrating on the ball, that's all. Alright? With somebody in front of you. Alright? Now switch over. Now you're the defender. One more time. Alright, she works on them concentrating with a little interference look.
Sure, well better.
Alright.
Already. I'm excited.
Another thing we do, this might be something for the older kids, alright, is we have a receiver up here.
Everybody has to get into it. What's that?
Everyone's running your camera. Hey,
It is. No,
Mike, you take a ball.
Oh, God. Come on, guys, not kill him. You didn't have pads on this time.
Yeah, don't throw it too hard.
Gauntlet. Hit him right. What were we talking about before? How the coaches rip up on him?
Alright, Gauntlet, he's going to get a pass from each guy, okay? This one's not written on here. So as he comes through, he's going to catch it, he's going to drop it, he's going to get one from him, drop it, and he's going to get one more. You can line up 5 or 6. We have helmets on, the coaches enjoy this one because we hum it as hard as we can out. And we get some good shots. Ready? Set. Hit. So you fly, and then you can line up 3, 4 guys, 5 guys, and they got to catch, drop it, catch, drop it, catch, drop it. Like I said, when we have helmets on, we really wind up playing happy. We don't want to mess up our station. Alright, the last thing we're going to talk about is stalking, which, especially on your level, it's important on our level, is probably the most important drill we're going to be doing. Alright? Because the stalk blocking is key to our run game. Alright? And we work on this on a daily basis. Give me a defender out here. Francis, you come be the defender? Sure, you want to be the stalk blocker? Right up here. Alright, we're gonna simulate stalk blocking in the game. Right here. Yep. Now Francis, when we say stay here, he's gonna move around a little bit, then he's gonna pick a side. So we're gonna come out here. We're gonna stay in front of him, and when he picks a side, we're just gonna run him to that side. Alright? As a stalk blocker, we don't want them to say, hey, I'm going to take them this way. All right? It's a job of the running back to read the block. So we're going to stay in front of him just like defense on basketball. We're going to shuffle. When he picks a side, boom, we're going to attack him. We're going to run him that way. All right? And then our back's got to cut off him. I'll show you a variation to the drill in the middle where we're going to include our back. All right? What happens usually with D-back, most of the time, big part of the time we see zones, so Francis will take his zone steps, and then he's going to come up, and he's going to pick which side he's going, choose going to stay in front of him, run his feet, and drive him out. Alright? The other thing is we got to keep our hands inside. Alright? You can get away with grabbing the shoulder pads here. Once they get here, then the flag's going to come out. If they're in here and they get a little shoulder padded jersey, that's alright. Here, no good. There we go. Step, hit. He runs his feet. Obviously, it's a little more physical when we have pads on, right? But this is a drill you can do when you're just in helmets or helmet shoulder pads. You can do it. Set, hit. Run the feet. And stalk blocking turns a 6-yard run into a 60-yard run. Because those are the guys that are going to stop the long runs. All right? The D-line, the linebackers, when they get through that second levels, these are the guys that stop the big runs. We got to block them. Alright, that's it. We rep after rep after rep. Now, Mike, come here and grab the football. what we do, we add something to this, because what we found sometimes is our backs, we get a good stalk back, we get a good stalk block, and our back would end up running right at the back of the stalk block and wouldn't know where the heck, and would screw the play up. So we'll start here. Actually, I'll toss the ball to you. We used to toss the ball to them. We'll do a little drill. Start from here, Mike. All right, where they got to read the stalk block. All right. So we'll say set. The back will get involved, and he's got to cut off the stalk block. Now you got the stalk, and you got the guy reading them and cutting. All right. And getting your backs used to reading blocks. All right. Same way as if you're running an ISO play, and your fullback's leading, and he's got to read his hips. Where's he turning and cut off him? Same thing here. Let's try it again. I'm going to read the block and go, alright? And so we'll progress from doing just the receiver stalk blocking to bringing the running backs over, and we tie them together. And that's that's all we're going to cover for today as far as the three spot positions. Next week we'll get into O-line, D-line, we'll do running backs, and we'll do D-backs next week. Yeah.
Let me just go over how we teach catching.
Sure.
He's my man right now. Somebody asked a question before. How do we teach catching the ball? We don't want any of this stuff. Okay? We're telling them that they have to take a picture. In other words, even if the ball's low, I'm going to get down. We're going to try to really catch the ball around that line on the ball. Okay? The first thing we have a 310 balls to glory thing where they got to do 25 or 30 of different things. You all did the globetrotter drill. You know, they slap the ball just spreading, so they're working on hand strength. Then the next thing, they have a partner. They won't be any further than this apart. And first thing I want to do is just catch the end of the ball. You know they're focusing. Okay, this way. Then you turn it this way, middle of the ball. You notice what he did? That's what you want. You want to, if that ball's down there, we're going to see if he can get down there so he wants to try to see it. All right? Next thing. Face away from it. Here. Face that way.
Calvin, turn around.
There we go. Okay. I'm going to put the ball on his shoulders. I'm going to let it go. Put your hands down to your side. We'll let go. He's going to clap his hands and try to catch the ball. We're just working on hand stuff. You ready? Let's see how fast you are. Ready, go. There you go. That's all right. Stay here. You're going to do this. Ready? That's all we're going to do. Okay? Okay, now we got you. You ready? Don't hit me. Ready? Good. Okay? Again, it's just, we're working on hand speed, hand strength. Okay, now this is the big one. You got to lay on your back. Lay on your back. Okay. Hands up right over your face. Taking a picture. Okay? I'm going to drop the ball and I'm going to say, what I want him to do the first 10, we won't do 10 now. I want him to catch this line right here, the one closest to you, okay? Yeah, this one's easy. Now catch the middle of the ball. Ooh. Middle of the ball. Okay? And you already caught that, this line. Okay? That's the top one. Oh! That's the top one. Yeah, right?
Calvin, you're lucky it's not this ball, man.
Those, and then the other one we do is we'll just throw the ball at him anyway. I want him to catch wherever the ball is and make sure he gets. Right, sit you down and get that picture. There you go. I'm not throwing any high. Okay, and then we do. And the receivers, when they come out, normally speaking, they come out and they take their helmets off, and somebody will stand over there. They should be able to get 300 of those, that drill in before practice. So it's all about catching the ball. All right? That's just something that receivers can do. The other stuff they'll probably be doing once practice really starts. But and then another thing, one of our receivers coach that worked for me, he used to go over against get a wall. He'd throw it they'd face the wall, he'd be behind him, he'd be banging it off the wall, so the thing came off in different directions, okay? And those are all hand-eye coordination things. Okay? Any questions? You got my number there.
Actually, I have that drill he was talking about on paper, and I'll get it to Andrew. 300, it's like 300 and something balls of glory, they call it, or something. But you catch it in all different ways. I'll get you a copy of that. I got that somewhere. All right, that's about it for today. So we'll see those of you guys can make it next week. We'll be about the same time right down here again. If it's raining, we'll be up in the gym. All right? Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks,
It's funny,